Yep. So let's get this thing started. What do we have on the docket, young man?
Okay, so prior to 2 weeks ago when we talked about Aretha Franklin's passing, right?
Yes.
You made a really bold claim on the podcast.
I did.
You said, watch out for the top white people going out within that time. You said they always going threes.
Yeah.
And then a week later, Senator John McCain died.
Yes. Should we clap up his death or?
Okay, so this is the thing.
Would that be foul?
No, okay, it would be foul.
But in the context of what we're saying.
In the context of what we're saying, it wouldn't be what. Listen, wait, don't touch the button. Don't touch the button. This is the only thing, right?
Yeah.
When people die, I feel like even though whatever they've done, not whatever they've done, but I'm saying like we have to take into account that, you know, we're like us black people, we have morals and things like that. So I don't think we should celebrate death that way.
Explain yourself, young man, please.
Like, okay, you remember when Osama bin Laden got killed?
Yes.
And then people were actually like parading in the streets, and I just like I thought that was weird.
Yeah, but you gotta look in the context of what he
so-called
had done.
I totally get that,
So
but
in
I don't
that
think
sense,
it warrants party celebration. Like, yeah, he's dead, we murdered. I don't know.
No, but dude, I made a prediction. Fuck his life, dude. I made a prediction, man.
Okay.
This our show.
Okay.
Shit, this ain't about him.
Okay.
Shit. I made a prediction that his ass or somebody would go out.
Yeah.
Also, Neil Simon, who's a playwright on Broadway.
Yep.
He also went out. He been on Broadway 30 years. He filmed The Odd Couple, for those who are my age who know what that is. He did a lot of, he went out.
Okay.
That's the arts as well. So we had a war hero in McCain going out.
Right.
We have somebody in the arts going out.
Yep.
And Robin Leach, the lifestyles of the rich and famous. He went out. And somebody else on Broadway, the name escapes me at the moment.
Oh, Burt Reynolds he died today.
Oh, he died today. He died today, but he missed the gateway.
Oh, that was it.
Now he's trying to go up and he getting boom. You know what I'm saying? He's let me get out and boom, and he coming back down off the filament.
I didn't realize it until somebody in our comments mentioned it. Like, yo, you was right. I'm like, whoa.
So these things happen, and he's a high ranking war.
Yeah.
You know, official. So
okay. I'll tell you what. Another thing I found.
And I think I looked up his name. Let me see. Did I do the geometry on his name? I think I did, and it said sacrifice or something. But go ahead, continue.
What I also found interesting was black people kind of just going hard. Oh my God, you know, John McCain was a hero, a true American. And I'm just like, fam.
Slow down.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have, and then it seems so disingenuous. Like you're trying to do that to get favor, to get retweets. You know, nah. Listen, if you don't know, John McCain voted
at least 3 or 4 times against Dr. King's.
To make that a holiday, to make that a day, to make that an official day. He's made many racist statements over his career.
Absolutely.
He called the former president of Iran a flat-out monkey.
Yes.
And then doubled down and said, "I can't take a joke."
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I thought it was gangster. He didn't invite Trump. He said Trump.
Trump, you can't come. Nah.
Yeah, I thought that was
and go back to Aretha for a few because Aretha's situation. First of all, and even though he died like a week later,
their funeral was on the same day.
Yeah. So that was the solidifying aspect of it for me. You know what I mean? Is that they waited, you know what I mean? She died a week early, and they kind of waited to make sure. And then you kind of had to choose, like, damn, am I going to sit with Aretha?
Well, people were getting at Obama because he went to McCain's funeral and not Aretha's funeral.
But I think he had promised McCain.
Yeah, I think, but didn't Bill Clinton go to both?
I don't know, because her funeral was 7 hours.
Yeah.
Shit, you could have flew across country and made both. No disrespect. I went to bed and woke up and it was still on. It was like it was a marathon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I understand.
It was like a music concert.
It was like a concert, and then a lot of weird shit started happening there. You know what I'm saying? So can we get into some of the weird shit?
Let's talk about it.
Okay, so
So first of all, the people that were giving the eulogy.
Yeah.
Charlamagne, he gave one of them Donkey of the Day because he was talking about single mothers can't raise black men.
I forget his name. His name is on the tip of my tongue. The guy who did the main eulogy.
Yeah.
In the comments section, you'll know who I'm talking about. And he just was going off on Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Black Lives don't matter because there ain't no fathers around. And I'm like, nigga, Aretha's in the casket. She was a single mom of 4. Like, you know what I'm saying? And she was able to, you know, do what she did because she's a natural woman. I'm gonna be here all day.
That was a cool segue. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she deserves RESPECT.
Okay, you reach with that one. You were doing all right.
At least I can spell. Al Sharpton was like RESPICT. I said, nah, this nigga's head done got really huge because of the steroids or whatever the fuck he's on. But his spelling was bad. So the eulogy was a little twisted. It was a concert. Ariana Grande situation.
Oh, let's talk about that.
Was a little off base. First of all, she looked like a 12-year-old boy. I want to start there, and because that's critical when we start talking about the way these older men were looking at her on stage. Remember, these are pedophiles. I got to throw this into the mix here. She was improperly dressed. For a black funeral.
Come on. You've never gone to a black funeral and seen at least 2 of your family members? Like, what?
No, listen. Not for the people in the audience. You trying to get attention. It's a fashion show. You can have all kind of things going. When you are on the stage and you are praising the dead of somebody of her magnitude, somebody on your team should have been like, yo, listen, I know you're only 20. Like, at least bring it down below the ankles out of, you know, because they will talk about you in church.
Right.
They will talk about you, right? She looked like a 12-year-old boy. I want to start there for a reason because as she, the reason, what's his name? What's this fucker's name?
Pastor Charles H. Ellis III.
Yeah, the third, whatever. Him, listen, the way he grabbed her, I gotta be clear because I heard some people saying, well, he ain't really. Listen, I know how to touch a woman, right? And there's certain subtleties. You can hit the upper back, the lower back. You can hit the side of the thigh. You can use your elbow to kind of. There are ways that women understand this language. Like, yo, my nigga, that was a little.
Right.
You know, I see where you're going with that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if I'm with it, because I always talk about if Denzel touch you on the lower back, it's okay. If I touch you, you in HR saying it's sexual harassment and you were part of the Me Too movement. So I get that. You know what I mean? Where he touched her.
Yeah.
And then he repositioned himself to get more of that time.
Oh, man.
Did you see her face?
Yeah.
She went like, so women know, even if you bump up on them on the train, you know, be weirdos and shit, they just know what's subtle, what's not. It's an unwritten language. And her expression told me all I needed to see.
Right.
Then he went in on a spiel about tacos and shit. So
he
just
said,
the whole Mexican
he
population.
said he thought her name was
something on the fucking menu. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? So that whole process, but you got to remember, and I'm going to tie all of this into Aretha, her dad, right, was banging out 12 and 13-year-old girls. Aretha's dad.
Really?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, has she been dead long enough for me to talk about this? No, okay, so let's keep it moving. But her dad had to move from where they lived because he had got a 13-year-old girl pregnant. This is news. Everybody knows this. This is not.
Okay. Yeah.
And her 2 children, she had one at 12. And one at 13. And
no, we're not gonna.
No. But what I'm saying is, she said the father was unknown.
Okay.
But we now have enough data to put 2 and 2 together and say something weird is going on. All right, now with that being said, like we ain't seen y'all in 2 weeks, man. I'm bloated and shit with information. But her father hung out with Dr. King.
Oh.
And Jesse Jackson, Message Jesse. And they all hung out, and their thing was young girls. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember back then, even though we know it's always been morally wrong, it wasn't looked upon as crazy as it is now for a 12 or 13-year-old girl because we know that incest and how that shit works inside the home. And she adored her father, and just kind of one of those things. So I thought that whole process was weird.
Okay.
Right? That they were gawking Bill Clinton.
Oh yeah, it just looked crazy.
Bad. Like, dude, are you serious? You supposed to be him out of all people. But it's supposed to be like this.
Yeah.
You ain't supposed to look at the side. You ain't supposed to peek your eyeball over.
I thought it was also telling the way people were defending the pastor.
Yes.
Afterwards, like
again, this is what we're dealing with. The pastor just gotta say, "Let's pray together." Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I need to get me a real good Christian girl and fuck up and be like, "You caught me. Let's pray." That was the devil at work. Girl, let's pray. So we can move on into the next time I fuck up.
Yeah.
So him out of all people, Clinton should have just kept his shit.
Yeah.
No, I will not look to the side. I will keep my eyeball straight, and then I'll see Hillary looking right at me, right on to the side. And side note, all of the people on this side, the body count.
Dog, I was literally going there.
Son, the body count.
Ooh. You talking about the people on the stage.
The people on the stage, they all got a body count that was Messy, Jesse, Sharpton, Clinton, the three strikes and out. Farrakhan.
Oh, come on. Let's talk about.
And let me say that because I got my Farrakhan. I'm a Farrakhan supporter, my whole crew. You know what I'm saying? But he did say he helped foster the atmosphere that got Malcolm X assassinated and brought about the particular energy, and he didn't care too much about it that it happened. Now we know there was some government shit involved, but the government always got agents on the ground. So I want to throw that out there because I don't want the Farrakhan crew to come get me because I'm Farrakhan all day. But I said, damn, Jesse had something to do with King. Farrakhan, who they was distancing themselves, and they were treating this nigga like he had the plague and shit. Clinton and shit, and people they done killed out in Haiti, and Sharpton is an agent, and it just got crazy. This Boulay team that was on the stage
was scary.
Was fucking scary. That's all I'm gonna say. Including the pastors who continued to come up and do their thing and make this a political, because the guy who did the main eulogy, I forget his name, it'll come to me.
First of all, one of them called Bill, still in 2018, still called Bill Clinton the first black president.
The first black president.
We look so stupid.
And this is going to segue for our whole show today of what we accept and what we do not accept.
We look stupid.
This is getting out of hand. You know what I mean? And we understand Aretha, and I did just a little bit of geometria on her name. And geometria is when we take somebody's name and we do a numeric value on it to give us kind of like a, you know what I'm saying? Where it could go with her name. And I just did Aretha, and the vibe, it came up 53. And 53 is killed, 53 is iconic, and 53 is legendary. Just some of the code words that carry the same vibration. Now, when I put a whole name in, it was 138. And that gave me music, sacrifice, a beautiful mind, against all odds, and Fifth Amendment. So I don't know, where that ties in politically, because, we have some issues regarding some things there. So I just wanted to add that. And we know Aretha, when you anagram her name, is Earth. When I anagrammed her whole name, Aretha Franklin, and the anagram is just when you scramble up the letters to see what kind of words come out of this person's name, again, carrying similar vibrations. Her whole name gave us fraternal. So maybe like a part of the fraternal order or something. When you looked up on the stage, nothing but Boulay, you know what I mean? So 9-letter word came out of Aretha Franklin. It was only one 9-letter word, and that was fraternal.
Wow.
So we know when we start dealing with that, we kind of get that kind of stuff. So that was just some of the things that I was able to assess with Aretha Franklin. R.I.P. Aretha, the Queen of Soul. Eartha is also an anagram of Aretha, Eartha Kitt, who passed 10 years ago. On Christmas. She went out on the 25th. And remember, this 7 vibration, a lot of these people go out on the 7, right? James Brown went out on 25th. Aaliyah went out on the 25th of August.
Oh, when did Aretha Franklin play?
She went out on the 16th, and 1 and 6 is still 7. Ooh. Michael Jackson went out on the 25th. You know, so you get a lot of people going out on this 7. Tupac was 25, I believe. Biggie was 25. So you get this 7 energy. I think Prince went out. I gotta find out when Prince went out. You know, find out his death. You can kind of get that number. But that energy resonates for some particular reason with a lot of our musical icons. And as we mentioned, Burt Reynolds went out today. And I remember Burt. Yeah, Burt was kind of like a heartthrob, you know.
He's 82. I didn't know he was that old.
He went out. He went out, you know. But he missed the window. Boom! He hitting the filament, coming back to Earth.
It's not nice though.
Well, it is what it is. I'm just gonna call it, you know, like I said. You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X. Peace. This is the Black Dot, author of the underground classic Hip Hop Decoded and Urban Culture Decoded. For 15 years, I've been decoding hip hop, breaking it down, giving you it piece by piece, the DNA of hip hop, all of its multifaceted components. For the next 15 years, I want you to join me as I give you hip hop recoded and we put it back together, giving you its RNA so that we don't leave the next generation lost. But I have to give you a disclaimer. I am not a hip hop guru. This is not hip hop law. This is for pure entertainment purposes only. I am not a doctor. So before you take the red pill and go with us into the matrix of hip hop, consult your doctor to see if hip hop recoded is for you. With that being said, we thank you for your patronage and we see you on the other side. Peace.